This news, it's just like today's world feels like it's buckling under these contradictions. On one hand, we are told to prize free speech as the foundation of our democracy. And then on the other hand, we watch people lose jobs, get their shows pulled off air, and careers collapse when speech crosses an invisible, rapidly shifting line. Just this week, a major network pulled a late night show after its host remarks about the murder of a public figure, and political leaders raced to police what people said and fired people who crossed the line. JD Vance actually said he wants to go to people's employers who have made comments online and tell them that they made these comments about Charlie Kirk. This is what he's focused on. So what happened to free speech? Is it only preserved for the powerful or for those who fit the moment's favorite outrage? Or is free speech one-sided while the other side is told to be silent, to be careful, or to be canceled forever for a hot take? As a member of the LGBTQ plus community, I live between two truths. We deserve the same rights as everyone else, not special treatment, not privilege, but a fair shot to live, love, marry, parent, work, pray, and yes, use a public bathroom without being turned into a political weapon. We are not asking to dominate the conversation. We're asking to be allowed to exist in it. And here's what I can't stop thinking about. On September 11th of 2001, I lived in New York during that time, but I was just in New York this past September 11th for a meeting. And I remember back in 2001 how the country came together. In the face of unimaginable horror, we saw neighbors helping neighbors, strangers holding each other up, firefighters and nurses, and ordinary citizens rushing into danger for people they had never met. For a brief moment, kindness and care overrode politics. We remembered that we were not Republicans or Democrats first. We were human beings and Americans, and we were living together. What happened to that country? What happened to that environment? What happened to caring about others and showing kindness as a first instinct? Because today, instead of kindness, we are in a big division of this country. Instead of solidarity, we get scapegoat. Instead of caring about the sick, the poor, the vulnerable, we get laws stripping away rights, bans targeting our existence, and headlines that keep us at war with each other. At the same time, we've witnessed a horrible inversion of priorities. Lawmakers and media titans spend days and weeks arguing over whether a comedian crossed the line, while tens of thousands of pages connected to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation remain a subject of bitter dispute. Survivors still are waiting for accountability while power protects itself. Meanwhile, ordinary people are suffering, healthcare is being stripped away, jobs are disappearing, farmers are losing everything, mental health is collapsing under the weight of anxiety, violence, and uncertainty. And through it all, our leaders debate bathrooms instead of addressing the school shootings that scar children every single week. We are told to fear our neighbors, of who they love, of the color of their skin, or the pronouns they use. But what we should fear is how numb we have become to injustice, how quickly we have forgotten the unity is possible that we once lived. So what do? We cannot surrender. We do not let outrage replace strategy. We do not let fear make us small. We have to speak loudly, clearly, with conviction. We need to organize locally, nationally, and relentlessly. We need to build coalitions across every line that divides us. We demand accountability from the powerful who would rather distract than deliver. And most importantly, we keep loving, even when it's hard, even when it feels impossible. Because love is the one thing that hate cannot destroy. And there is a lot of hate in this world. If you are angry and scared, you are not alone. If you feel hopeless, let that pain steer you not into silence, but into action. You need to vote, organize, educate yourself, and show up for each other in small and big ways. Don't forget, this is our country too. We belong here. We will fight for the rights that we will let our children grow up without fear, and we hold accountable anyone, left or right, who tries to deny humanity of others. The question isn't whether the world will change. The question is whether we will be the ones to change it. And I believe we will. I believe we have to. Me and my husband had a conversation this past weekend talking about when, not if, but when we have to escape living in the United States, the country we were born in. And that is a scary conversation to have. And his mental health is not good because of everything that is going on in this country. And it's really sad that in 2025, as two gay men living together that have been together for 27 years, we are having a conversation about having to leave the country that we were both born and have lived in our entire lives. It's a sad day, but I have hope and I believe something is going to change soon. For some reason, my gut feeling is telling me there is a change coming and it will be a major change for the good for everyone. The right has taken away so much stuff already. And in 9 months, Donald Trump, the damage he has done to this country is insane. And I can't imagine for another 3+ years what more damage he could possibly do. So let's just hope that we continue to come together as a group, we continue to protest, we continue to be kind to each other. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Sorry for the little rant at the end, but it's when I read this type of news and it's just so negative and there's just so many people wanting to take away rights and we're canceling Jimmy Kimmel because he said something about Charlie Kirk and we have freedom of speech in this country. It just gets me to my core where I just can't believe this is the country we're living in.